She's struggled with an eating disorder. She's been in children's hospital.
Staying up all night, shaking, but no one else knew. Oh, you're like chubby, like Miss Piggy was the main name that they called me for some reason. I was not okay. A week to get my stuff together, or I probably wouldn't have woken up.
Alright guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday night and kind of make a vlog on a different topic. I think light needs shed on this topic more. Talk about eating disorder and kind of what they are, deal with them, how you overcome them. And Bri here is going to join in and kind of share her story with us. So I hope is that this video can be beneficial for at least one person who might be struggling. So with that being said, will you introduce yourself to the YouTube channel? She's nervous.
Do I just say my name?
Yeah.
Cut this part out.
Yeah.
Don't say my last name. How do you do this? Okay, you might have to introduce me.
Bri's going to talk to us. I'm going to ask her some questions. 18 years old. Funny story. I'm going to give you a backstory. It's February, I believe. And Bri's mom texted me and was like, hey, Laken, I do your online classes. At this point, I honestly didn't even really know who was texting me. I need help with my daughter. And I was like, explain a little bit more. She's like, she's 18 years old. She's struggled with an eating disorder. Taken her to multiple specialists. She's been in children's hospital. I think she sent me like 18 messages. I would love to try to help, whatever, but like I am not qualified for that at all. That Destiny was like, listen, Laken, I just feel like you'll be able to get through to her. I'll try my best. I didn't know Bri at all. I watched like 55 YouTube videos before she got there. So we're just going to kind of talk about like what eating disorders look like, because honestly, I feel like a lot of people deal with them and they don't even know they're dealing with them. I'm just going to ask her some questions. When do you feel like you knew, like at what age or at what point in your life do you feel like you knew like, okay, something's not right?
A month into it, because I was constantly sleeping, staying up all night, shaking, but no one else knew.
Did something like trigger, like were you like unhappy with your body?
It set off in junior high when I started. There was this group of boys. They just like say, oh, you're like chubby, like Miss Piggy was the main name that they called me for some reason. Miss Piggy.
In junior high.
Got to high school and I was realizing like I wasn't happy with my body at all. So I started realizing like, man, okay, like I really need to do something about it. So I tried like a little diet, but of course that would felt, yeah. Didn't really know what I was doing. Finally realized like, man, I really need to do something about this. Like I thought I was doing everything right. I was like, pop was my first priority to cut out.
So okay, I need to lose weight. What am I gonna do?
Okay, that helped. So I was like,
let's
cut off this. So my next was like candy, and like,
well, you could be struggling with something mentally and you don't even realize it. So
I was not okay. Probably only had like one meal a day. Like it's like almost an obsession. Putting out absolutely like everything. Make myself throw up for those 2 meals, but
like you were mentally okay with like one meal.
Healthy. It can be like.
Did anyone know?
Well, there was a night where I finally like, I was like out of control. Like I couldn't control my emotions, my feelings. My body was like, I couldn't control my body. My hands were constantly shaking. Then I got mom, and I finally like told her, I was like, Mom, there's something wrong. She instantly took me to the children's.
Thought it was like depression.
And I knew personally that that wasn't it. Still thought they were going to put me in like a psych ward or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I was like, no, that's not what's wrong. Up a second time. So we went back home. Went up a third time and that's when I went to the eating disorder clinic. It was different. It was kind of like I was someone like crazy. Like I was losing my mind because they had to like cover the scale up, because that was one of the main things is to peak myself throughout the day, or like what I would eat or what I wouldn't eat. And they told me that I had to gain this much weight by this time.
The thing with an eating disorder is it's like mental, just like depression or just like anxiety. It's like something that like you can't control. Like it's in your mind. You can't tell someone who's depressed, don't be sad anymore. Or you can't tell someone with anxiety, hey, don't get anxious anymore.
I was like, man, what am I going to do now? Because like, they all knew. So I was like, I'm trapped into this, and but I had to find my way out. They were stopping me. I would park my car on the side of the road somewhere and do it there instead of doing it at home, because they weren't stopping me and they're watching me, because I felt trapped at the time.
Change, like up until you met me, were you still doing that?
Yes.
So
yeah.
So you were obsessing over the gym and not eating.
Yep.
What do you say was like your lowest point?
They told me that I had my kidney failure or something. Organs were shutting down. Everything
That's
in
what
my
your mom told me.
stomach was just completely shutting down, and it was super low. Like, doctors told me that a week to get my stuff together, or I probably wouldn't have woken up. I was just like, it didn't really faze me at the point.
So when your mom brought you to me, which you had already obviously seen a whole freaking handful of people,
I like, this isn't gonna get anywhere because I've been with
so many other people.
I was just, after our meeting that we had, I was like, Mom, I'm so pumped for this. I can't wait. Like, I was pumped. Like, I don't think I shut up on the way home about it. And then with you, it was more like I could be like more open and not like have to like, I could express to you more than I did to them, because I was like, Mom, they're not trying to help me. They're doing their job. I actually was like excited to eat my next meal each time. I was like waiting for 12 o'clock come around.
So
2:30 for my snack. I felt I had no motivation. Things that I had no clue what the gym was whatsoever. And I'd go home and I'd sleep the rest of the day. Just like down. I'm not wanting to talk to Mom. Same thing at the beginning. I'm just like avoiding everyone. Then I met you. This is what I've been wanting. Work out with you.
Do you enjoy going to the gym now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, Laken's eating it. I'm eating it.
But
I personally was trying to hide mine.
You started?
Because it started with like
children
cutting things out, and then
it was almost just like baby
myself steps. And then like just because my rules, I must have like had like a rule book. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, no more that.
Do you feel like it's kind of like behind you now?
Yeah.
Like legitimately you can.
It's like, that's like way better than
you're in
what
recovery.
I was doing.
You're not throwing up.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was like obsessed with the way I looked.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to do with society, because you look a certain way to be pretty.
Help with all like those Instagram posts with all the girls.
Very like mind warping.
Yeah.
Because like girls in general feel like picture perfect. Flat stomach, big booty.
Yep.
This, and if you don't look like that, then it's like not good enough. You don't need to look like that.
Yeah.
Weekly, your confidence just keeps coming out a little bit more.
Like, I had no clue eating disorder was even a thing whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think one thing that would have helped is it's like throughout the day, like meals, healthier meals. Once Mom.
Really, the point of this whole video was shed light on what eating disorders are. Honestly, teenage girls, like Bri is not in the minority. There's probably so many girls and even women out there struggling with what they're eating and the way they look to try to like fit into this like mold that our messed up society has created. Struggling with an eating disorder, or even if you don't even think you have an eating disorder and you watch this and you're like, oh man, like my mind kind of works the same way. Like, don't let it spiral out of control. There's a way to do it healthy. There's a way. But she had weight she wanted to lose, and then she went drastic to like thin. So in the last 3 months of her eating healthy foods, following a meal plan, consuming the right amount of calories, and working out in an effective way, she's put on an insane amount of muscle. Her strength, she's in the 500-pound club.
And there's more eating disorders than just like what my situation is. Like puking, mine was mainly obsessing over little things and cutting little things out and physically puking myself. There's way more different eating disorders than just mine. And you don't even realize it. Mine was pretty extreme.
So I guess if you find yourself mentally stressing over the way you're looking, the foods you're eating, whatever, reach out to a friend, to your mom, to anybody, me, Bri. Just know that you're not alone in it, and that so many people are struggling with the same thing, and that there is a healthier, better alternative route. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and we will see you